And good evening, everybody. I'm Michael Filigaro. I'm with logicalsignals.com and also tradershelpingtraders.com. And this is the Elliott wave update for the NASDAQ 100 future, the NQ, on Sunday, April 25th, 2021. Well, Friday's trade did not turn out as I had expected or anticipated, actually. But it was pretty clear, pretty much straight from the opening on Friday, that the alternate view that I had also included on Thursday's update was the choice of the day. And that was for what the market did do. It just turned around and took back all, and then some, of what it had given on Thursday afternoon after the comment from President Biden. Now, what can we expect from here? I still think, now you'll notice that what I've done is I have put a C and then the wave B here, and that's within a minor fourth wave correction that I still believe is underway. But as I look at this particular move, which is now happening in the Globex session, it is kind of looking like the market wants to continue up and go higher. And if that's the case, we do have a little bit of room over and above what the market did on Friday afternoon. And that is rise all the way up to 13,981 before, in that last hour, knocking 100 points right off this market. But it's taken back quite a bit of that, although it still continues to look a little bit like a three-wave bounce rather than the start of something that's going to take it back above 13,981. Stranger things have happened, and I was believing that this also would turn and continue to go down, kind of doing the same thing. That upside has got people, and they are absolutely pausing to see and waiting for whomever is going to come in and actually make this thing move. I want to be prepared for both sides, so that's why I continue to say to all of us, we trade what's in front of us. So we have scenarios that would continue to allow this to come up to next resistance, which is going to be just above 14,000 at 14,013, 14,015, up in that area. There continues to be additional above that. They can go as high as 14,047, where we do not want to see it run above, particularly right now because it complicates things, is above 14,059.50, which is the current all-time high. Now, can it? Yes, of course. But it could force us to take a secondary look at what exactly is going on. Is this again completed our minor fourth wave, and we're now in the throes of the beginning stages of wave 3 of C going to the upside? Do we need to revert back to Fibonacci levels and relationships that we were looking at to the upside? That could very well be, and now you're seeing those. And that would be based on a move back down to support to complete a wave, but it still includes all of these areas to the upside that could very realistically be hit. And so we keep both looks alive so that we are ready. An upside move, you're looking for at least a break of that high. Now you're looking for next up here. We have 14,051.52. That's a small, really shouldn't matter, but it may, and it may contain things and turn the market lower, in which case we're in a C wave. A break above that level pushes really resistance. I would think stronger resistance up above 14,200. And with the steam that they come in on Friday, we could get that. Now, the steam that they let out in the last hour in old school would be the way Monday should begin. And that might be the case. We still are within Globex, and we'll see. Downside projections also would just be for a C wave down C waves are always 5 waves. So we'd be looking for wave 1 down, could be here. This could be wave 2. And now we're also getting ready to drop into a 3rd wave going down. Not as large as the one if it would be going up, but nonetheless, we definitely could break down. And that may start to bring us back below levels such as 13,836 down through 13,793. And ultimately, if indeed it's a C wave, it's going to come down and break this low at 13,700.50. And that's from last week. That's from last Friday. Excuse me, last Wednesday. Ultimately, I'd be looking for this market to come back to this 382 level, which again was the Fibonacci, which encompassed where a minor 4th wave could come to. That's a common area. Look at the buildup we got right down there. We've got a 1, 2, 3, 6, and we've got then again this 0.382 at that much larger minor 3rd, and then 382, all providing a very strong zone. We've got the 100%, where wave C would be equal to wave A down here at 13,492. So eventually, that's where I would be looking. Again, people always say, well, what's going to kick it down there? It's like, hey, who? Anybody's guess. There's a ton of things. What caused this? A news story. Anything coming in and out of the newsrooms now can affect the market. If it has to do with the economy, it has to do with the government, it has to do with many different things, it's going to relate and come back out through this, through trading. So both are valid, both the upside and the downside are valid, but now we have wrapped around some parameters around the possibilities. So tomorrow I would myself be looking for downside to continue. And again, here's the characteristic. Here's what I would be looking for if indeed it's a 3rd wave, for it to start to pick up to the downside. Not hesitate, just go. Get itself down to that 200. Maybe take a pause there, then break further. That's the type of move that I'm looking for. And if not, then if it's going to waffle around, then we got to keep upside. So again, trade what's in front of you, trade using your moving averages, trade using the Fibonacci resistance and support levels, trade the zones where Fibonacci lines up on several different levels. That is quite often could be a strong point where we would see a pivot. That's going to be it for today. And the next update will be tomorrow, Monday, April the 26th.